It's just so easy being a Sonic fan the way I'm up in this Dan. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Game Sketch. Today and only today, I am here with some breaking news that has just spawned in. Now, like I said, usually with the news videos lately, I've been trying to wait and stack them, but I think this is breaking enough news that I just gotta kind of do this and talk about this because yes, we are here with the massive announcement out of nowhere that Paramount Pictures is planning an untitled Sonic Universe event film on December 22nd, 2028. This is in addition to Sonic 4, which is coming to theaters March 19th, 2027. So, yeah, I mean, there has been a lot of speculation and discussion about a Sonic movie spin-off. But one, I have so much to say and so much to predict. But before we get into this, I figured we'd like check out the Variety. So Variety is the one who broke the, I just can't believe this is happening right now. I'm in mental content mode thinking about this, what's going on. All right, let's go ahead and read what happened here. So Variety, for those that don't know or not aware, is like a sort of, I think they're like a movie news blog. Obviously here we're used to like video game talk, so when we get to this it's different, but let's see if we can find any other information here. So new TMNT and Sonic the Hedgehog movies will reach theaters in 2028. Paramount has added an untitled TMNT film to the calendar on November 17, 2028. Fuck, bro, I just want to say, by the way, 2028, bro, that's in 3 years, man. I don't even want to, I'm 29, bro. You're telling me oh my, I'm gonna be 30. Okay, I don't even want to think about this. As well as an untitled Sonic Universe event film on December 22nd, 2028. The studio also announces plans to bring back Top Gun. I don't care about that, whatever. Paramount is keeping the details for its TMNT and Sonic films under wraps. All that's confirmed is producer Neil H. Moritz, best known as the brains behind the successful Sonic the Hedgehog trilogy, is also behind the new Ninja Turtles adventure. Cool. TMNT will be a family-friendly live action, yada yada. I don't, that's not what we're talking about. Wait, out of the shot. No. Okay, that's not our thing. So, the upcoming Sonic entry based on the Sega video game franchise is separate from Sonic the Hedgehog 4, which is slated for March 19, 2027. Sonic has become a valuable property for Paramount, with the first 3 installments collectively surpassing 1 billion worldwide, which is there anything to this article? No, this is just the old article from last year. Hold on. Okay. I'm really confused about this wording here. The upcoming Sonic entry based on Sega video game franchise is separate from Sonic the Hedgehog 4, which is slated for March 19th, 2027. What does that even mean? Like, am I overthinking this? Like, isn't that a weird thing to say? Like, it's separate from it? Like, I mean, obviously this entails a spin-off, right? But I don't know. The wording here is just throwing me off. And why? Okay, again, I'm getting all in my head over here. Sonic Universe event film is the wording they're using for this. Like, well, that's, I don't know. Usually they'll just say Sonic spin-off. Why are they saying Sonic Universe event film? Now, December 22nd, 2028, that is huge. I mean, that is literally just a year and a half after Sonic Movie 4, right? So this is clearly being filmed back to back. I don't even know if it even did. We might even have a different director on this movie, right? Because I don't know if our guy over here, Jeff Fowler, is like directing 2 movies back to back. I feel like we might have a different director on this movie. But I'm just surprised. Like, I don't even know where to begin. Like, obviously, the obvious one we've all thought about and talked about is Shadow the Hedgehog, right? That has been like the biggest rumor in Hollywood. Daniel RPK, all these people reporting on Shadow the Hedgehog being the character that they're going to make a Sonic movie spinoff for, which also like makes sense, right? Like if we're just talking about like bar for bar, word for word, like he makes the most sense to have a spinoff movie. He is incredibly popular. Keanu Reeves is a huge name. You could do a lot of stuff. Like we've talked about this a little bit before, but you can do so much with Shadow the Hedgehog, right? I mean, you could explore Team Dark, like, you know, introduce Rouge and Omega. You could do the plot line with Black Doom, because we know in the movie universe, Shadow is still an alien, right? Like, you know, he did crash land on Earth, so they could explore the Black Doom plot line. They could do something new entirely for the movies, right? But also, like, I don't know, man. Them calling this a Sonic Universe event film, I'm trying to think if, like, this could potentially be how, oh man, like, all right, maybe this is me overthinking it. And, you know, obviously this is what we're here for. We're here for the discussion and the speculation and the hype and all that. What if something happens at the end of movie 4 that leads to whatever this is? Because again, this is only like, this is the type of shit Marvel would do, you know, where it's like, oh, you get Avengers Doomsday, you know, and then the year after is like whatever Secret Wars is gonna be, right? Or the way they did, you know, Infinity War, and the next year was Endgame, right? And so like my question about this is like, is this going to be like a part two? Is Sonic movie 4 potentially more than what we think? Like, is it potentially just such a big story that they're part oneing it, and then part 2 is gonna be like, okay, again, I'm all in my head right now. I'm all in my head for discussion and speculation. What if movie 4 ends with like a more like to be continued style, right? And that's why this one is so immediately close, because they are actually filming movie 4 as like a major, you know, major production grand finale. I mean, for all we know, this is, I mean, I don't think it's the grand finale, right, of the movie universe, because, you know, as long as these movies make money, they're probably going to be making more of them for a hot minute. But I don't know, like, it just, for me, Hollywood is super open to calling things spin-offs. And so for them to call this a Sonic Universe event film makes me think like, is this an Avengers moment? Like, I don't know. Like, what can you bring to the table here to call this a universe event film? But again, I do feel like I could just be over speaking here, and that this probably is just the Shadow movie, or even, I mean, dude, for all we know, this is like a Chaotix thing, or maybe something with Amy. I doubt it. I mean, I feel like if they're going to do a separate storyline, a separate movie, that it is going to be Shadow Hedgehog. But like, I'm like, my brain is all over the place right now. Like, I don't understand. Well, I can't believe this is just happening at this hour randomly on a Monday. I mean, like, just at the end of the year, right before the Game Awards. And also, don't think I'm not onto you, Geoff Keighley. Don't think I'm not onto you. Why are you, right, at the forefront? Now, granted, I know, again, this you guys know me. I'm all about the love and the hype of the game. You know how I am. You know how it is. But why are you, Geoff Keighley, so quick on the button to post about this, huh? You know, but I know you. I know you are. I know I know you're with everybody. All right, I've seen you. I've literally seen you in person at Sega's HQ in Japan, right? I've seen you make every announcement ever for Sonic in the last few years, bro. All right, you literally announced Sonic Frontiers title, right? You literally announced Sonic Superstars. You literally announced Sonic Racing Crossroads. You've had trailers for Sonic Shadow Gens at your show. I know what you are, bro. All right, and I know what's coming on December 11th. It has nothing to do with this movie. It's so funny because like okay, wow, dude, I can really yap for the rest of my life. All right, this also, to me, I'm starting to think the idea of a show is just not happening. I think maybe this movie universe might almost be like too big for a show, but also like Paramount Plus is like apparently sinking. Like the show service there is not really doing well. They're not really doing gangbusters. And so I really do think, unless it's something really small scale, like, you know, potentially like a what's it called? Like a chaotic spinoff, or maybe something smaller. I don't know if we're going to be getting show spinoffs for the Sonic movie universe anymore. I feel like maybe Knuckles was truly it. And also like with Sonic the Hedgehog, like, I don't know. I've said this before on these discussions and videos that we've done. The Sonic universe, I don't feel like yet is at the level of like Marvel, where like I don't know if you can justify, you know, as much as I love her, right, an Amy movie, right, or a Silver movie, you know, or like a Blaze movie. Like, I don't know if they've got that kind of cachet for these characters to make like a shit ton of money at the box office. I mean, unless they're okay with making a little less on some of these. But we're looking at a franchise now that is like, listen, after movie 3, we're on a franchise that like is on the point of making $500 million per movie, right? Sonic movie 3 made about like 490 million at the box office, like pretty much 500 million which is massive. And again, they're saying here that collectively the Sonic movies have made $1 billion. I wish they would give us more information on this, right? Like, this wording is so interesting to me. Like, the upcoming Sonic entry based on Sega's video game franchise is separate from Sonic Movie 4, which is slated for March 19, 2027. Sonic has become a valuable property for Paramount, with the first 3 installments collectively surpassing $1 billion, which, again, just the continued love for the Sonic the Hedgehog series that we're in right now. We are just constantly on and up, bro. There's always something to talk about, always something to do over here as a Sonic fan. And of course, please, in the comment section below, please let me know, what do you think this is? Is this just simply Shadow the Hedgehog's movie? Is this going to be maybe a Team Dark movie? Is this an Avengers movie for Sonic? Like, what if Sonic Movie 4, I just love getting into this speculation. What if Sonic Movie 4 doesn't have much Tails or Knuckles, right? And it really is focused on Sonic, Amy, Metal, and, like, you know, the bad future that they go to. I doubt it. I feel like they would have them, you know, doing their own thing. But what if, like, okay, big brain theory, right? If this is maybe a potential, you know, that the next movie is a big moment, right? What if in Sonic Movie 4, they're separated, right? You know, Knuckles, Tails are going and doing their own thing. Maybe they're trying to restore Master Emerald, or, you know, they're trying to do something crazy with the Emeralds. And then Sonic, meanwhile, is doing his plot line with Amy. Because I do feel like we're getting to that point, right, where you can no longer, I feel, unless, you know, you start having a bit of a convoluted plot, you can no longer have all of these characters in focus, right? I think we've hit that tipping point where, like, all right, we have Team Heroes, and then we had Shadow in movie 3, which I think was still, you know, a good amount of characters, but I feel like they were on the line. You know, I feel like everybody got their screen time, but they were definitely on the line of how much you can do with all of these characters at the same time. But now you can't go into movie 4, right, and it's Amy, Sonic, Metal, Knuckles, Tails, Shadow, like, I think, and Tom and Maddie. Like, I feel like we've entered that point where, all right, characters need to start splitting off, and it's like, hey, maybe I'll see you at some point, right? That's like the biggest thing to me, right? Is that, like, with the characters, we gotta start splitting off bands. And so I'm thinking maybe for movie 4, you know, Sonic, Amy, Metal, you know, bad future, bad past, whatever is, like, the focus, and Knuckles and Tails and whoever, and maybe Shadow, right, are all doing something else that we get tidbits of, but really is not pushed until boom, whatever the next climax is. Because what if, right? Oh, dude, please also let me know your speculation comment below. This could be, like, you know, the lead up to even Sonic Heroes. What? Oh my, dude, holy, dude, oh my god, the big brain of if this event film ends up being like Sonic Heroes, basically, right? Where maybe, you know, at this point Shadow is introduced to Team Dark and Sonic is on Team Heroes, right? And then they're fighting Neo Metal, right? I don't think obviously we'd have as many teams. Like, I don't think you're gonna see the Chaotix. I don't think you're gonna see, like, you know, big cream and cheese and all that. But what if this is that big moment, right? And not just that, like, remember, they just we just reported on this, like, last video where, you know, apparently the budget increase for this next film is going to be massive. And so if we're going to start exploring more Sonic areas, I can only imagine, like, what the hell is going on. You know what I mean? Like, where we're going to be going, right? If we are going to a bad future, because remember the concept art for Sonic, dude, I'm filming this on the fly. So mind me, Sonic movie for concept art, right? It was, where was it? It was the piece, this right here, right? This was the piece that I wanted to show, because people forget we talked about this, like, earlier, right? That this was, you know, some of the concept art for the Sonic Movie 3 post-credit scene, right? Where, you know, this evil version of Eggman is sitting here with Metal Sonic standing alongside him, which I really do think we're going to explore. I think movie 4 is going to explore the bad future that Amy is going to take him to. You know, the rumors that it's going to be very also, like, Terminator inspired. We'll see what they end up doing with that, but my head's all over the place. I mean, yeah, I do think first and foremost, like, above anything, I think number one speculation, the easiest one, is it is Shadow. And to be fair, a Shadow spin-off where you potentially introduce Team Dark is gonna be fucking awesome. Kid, dude, oh my, bro. The world, the internet is not ready. I don't even think they could do it without, I think literally, I think live action, oh wait, hold on. Did we just, okay. No, we okay. I saw Sonic the Hedgehog too, but it's just for Sonic Player's Choice. I was like, holy shit, what is happening? I don't think the world is ready for live action Rouge the Bat. I think the internet might shut down for, I give it like 1 minute. I give like a server-wide shutdown of a minute if we see live action Rouge the Bat. Like, I genuinely think it's over. There's going to be a generation of people that are like completely screwed in there. But yeah, no, and then obviously you could get the introduction of Omega as well, right? You know, get him with his own team. But yeah, it really is the wording on this that's throwing me off, right? And again, I could be overthinking it, but just there's something about the word Sonic Universe event film instead of just calling it a spin-off, because Hollywood calls movies spin-offs like all the time. Like, it's not like it's like a fan-made word. People say like, oh, we're making a spin-off of this series. So them calling this a event film just makes me feel like this is some kind of culmination, you know, and maybe we're gonna get Neo Metal as like the big bad over here, right? Like that's a pretty, I think that's like a pretty safe one, right? Because, oh man, depending on how crazy they want to go for movie 4, because I do feel like we are entering a, like, okay, I don't know. Dude, sorry. Oh, it's like I want to say 50 things at once, which I know like gets you guys excited, but also mean, all right, I want to go one by one here. My thing is, I don't know if the Sonic universe is like Marvel, right? I don't know if I need nor want 10 plus movies building up to something, and nor do I feel like they have been building to something massive, right? I think each movie so far, right? Each movie so far, even like to this point, has been film, post-credit teasing the next plot. Film, post-credit teasing the next plot. They don't have like been like an overarching, like hidden thing that they, you know, been leading towards, right? It's not like every post-credit scene has like something that we have yet to even really be told about, right? Like each post-credit scene has directly led into what the next movie will be about, not where the 10th movie will be about. You know what I mean? Like that's what's so interesting about this for me, is just like, is there like a cap here where like, all right, we're making a trilogy and that's it? You know, well, obviously we're not actually, we're at a quad trilogy now. Like, are we doing a quad trilogy and then this event film is like the big culmination of everything? Are we just on the Sonic train for like a decade? Because, you know, at the same time, Sonic, just like the games, is a series where you can kind of just throw anything at it, and it'll work as long as you get cool moments, you get hype character moments and everything. But like, I feel like with movies it's a little different, right? With movies you got to build to something. There's always sort of like a ongoing narrative, right? You know, are we gonna get, dude, I still think a time skip for some of these characters would be kind of cool. Like I still think it would look cool if Sonic got like a darker shade of blue, with longer quills, you know, and he's a little cockier, and grown up a bit. I still think that's something that I really want to see go down and happen, right? But man, I cannot believe it, right? So obviously, you know, Neo Metal leading into a Heroes for this event film could be for me, what's like, why I really think it's interesting is that it's literally a year after movie 4. You know, like that to me tells me we've got like just a ball rolling. And also, like, I haven't even begun to think what this means for the games, right? Like next year is Sonic's 35th anniversary, and what games are going to be tied to this, you know, because not so far, but like they have been sort of trying to do this like cross marketing between the games and movies. Like, again, they remember the year of Shadow happened because, you know, Shadow was going to be a big part of movie 3, and they want to sort of like tie that marketing together. And so I feel like with those big rumors of Sonic Heroes getting a remake, as well as the focus on Amy and Metal, because I don't think we're going to get like a Sonic CD remake or something. That feels like a little weird. it just feels like it makes a lot of sense. You know, here, like, it always goes back, I feel like, to Heroes when it comes to what's the next game they market or the new mainline game, right? Because that's really where you could go with Amy and Metal Sonic, right? That's you know, that's where my mind goes to, at least. But it's just, I'm just really, this is so random. This is so random to spawn today. And I'm almost shocked at the, like, here's the thing. Why are they so secretive about what this spin-off is, right? Unless it would have something to do with Sonic Movie 4's ending, right? Like, that's my thing, is, remember, when they announced Sonic Movie 2 was happening, they announced Sonic Movie 3, well, no. When Sonic Movie 2 was about to come out, they announced Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and they announced the Knuckles spin-off series. You know, they announced 2 major projects, and they were okay with naming them, basically, right? But this one, they're not naming, which tells me that, like, I feel like they want to wait till we know what movie 4 is. Because I just think if it was like a Shadow spin-off, it would probably be like an easy thing to just talk about. You know what I mean? Just be like, yeah, they're making a Shadow the Hedgehog spin-off film. Why wouldn't they? You know, Shadow's popular. Why not get the headlines out there? But I don't know. Them holding the name under wraps is just making me speculate a lot. Like, that's even why I made this video and felt so confidently in talking about this the way I am, is because it isn't just like, oh yeah, here's the Shadow spin-off you expected. It's like the wording, right? Sonic Universe event film. It's the wording of, you know, it's separate from Sonic the Hedgehog 4. Like, what do you mean it's separate? And I guess, yeah, I don't know. See, these two, the headlines are conflicting me, because this saying the upcoming Sonic entry based on Sonic is separate from Sonic 4, right, is very different wording than a Sonic Universe event film, you know? But maybe I'm just overthinking. This could be even Variety using their own language here, just saying like, hey, this is not Sonic 4, this is something else. Regardless, something hype is coming. You know, it's coming our way. It's about to be here in some way or another. Now, granted, we've still got a long ways to go. I mean, dude, this is December 22nd, 2028. Guys, we're in 2025. Like, we're not getting even a trailer for whatever this is until 3, oh god, and no, not, I guess, fuck, you know, oh my god, dude, we are literally, today is December 1st, this movie comes out in 3 years, bro, and we're not even getting a trailer for this for another, like, 2.5 years, we don't even have a trailer, like, alright, movie 4 comes out March 2027, which tells me we're probably gonna get a trailer for movie 4 by next fall, right? You'd assume maybe like October, September timeframe is probably gonna be when we get the trailer, for Sonic Movie. It might even be later. Remember how late Sonic Movie 3's trailer was? Like, Sonic Movie 3's trailer was in August, end of August, right? And the movie came out in December, so it's about a 4-month window. So if movie 4 is in March, yeah, we might not even get that trailer till like November or like December for Game Awards, you know, like of 2026. God damn it, bro. I don't even want to think about how long these things are taking. But wow, man, time is just time is gonna take its time, you know. But I do think, listen, I think there's a plan at Sega. I feel like Sega a few years ago made like this crazy 10-year plan, and we just don't know about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I feel like every day we see these pieces come together, you know, like, boom, Sonic Racing Crossroads, massive spin-off, marketing, you know, for a year, right? All right, next year's the 35th anniversary, announce the next game, boom. Also, we could announce a remake. We also have 2 movies slated. This game is gonna tie into this movie, at least in terms of what characters appear. Like, there is so much shit that they can do for this. Like, and I feel like everything from the games and movies, I think everything is planned and calculated. I don't even know if they're making new moves. I mean, obviously, they're making new moves because they're making hella bands, right? They're making hella money off of all of this. But man, I'm just so excited, bro. I'm so sorry I yapped so much. I mean, I didn't think I would be able to yap this much about it, but here we are, you know, here we are. But yeah, Sonic Universe event film. Yeah, I mean, like I said, my 3 predictions, it's either the Shadow, or I'm fucking wrong, by the way, and it's a Silver movie. You know, what if it could, dude, it could even be, I am double overthinking it, and it's just Sonic movie 5, but they've been filming it back to back. I doubt it, though. I don't think that's how movies work. I think this is a different director. I think maybe they're talking to Jeff Fowler and the team, right? But I do think this is not going to be Jeff Fowler, which could raise an eyebrow because Jeff Fowler has been such a good vibe, right? I don't know. And I also, dude, I wonder, dude, I feel like we still need a Sonic animated series, right, for next year. But I think that will be announced at a different time. I don't know why I just randomly said that, but I think that's going to happen at some point. I feel like we're going to get some kind of Sonic animated show or movie, because I feel like you have to have one in the rotation overall. But yeah, hey man, it's the end of the year. Our grand finale, I feel like, of the year is Geoff Keighley hopefully rewarding someone at the Game Awards. And remember, there was no Sonic Central this year. So whatever things they're planning for Sonic... Oh my god, my phone's going off because everybody's tagging me into this. Whatever plans are going into the franchise, it's going to be big stuff. Because I feel like I feel like Sonic Team and Sega held back. I really feel like they held back. They were like, you know what? No Sonic Central this year. Let's wait this time around and make a big splash when we can. Because to be fair, Sonic Centrals the last few years have been like, okay, right? Like we all admit, like, you know, they've kind of fumbled Sonic Centrals where it's like, oh, 10 minutes of ads and then like the ending of it is like the actual like main announcement. But, you know, last year's was pretty cool because I had the Shadow Gens trailer. But yeah, I feel like that's everything I got to say about this, man. I feel like I'm so excited. We are just constantly at an up with this franchise. Like every day we got something to talk about, something to hype about. And yeah, I'm excited to see where we're at with this. I mean, dude, is that next... whatever Sonic Movie 4 is... I said this before, right? I don't know, and you know, I hope I'm wrong. I don't know how Sonic Movie 4 can top Movie 3 because... I think Shadow is the type of character where you're going to start having comparisons. Like, movie 3 is the type of movie where people are going to be like, damn, I don't know if you can beat movie 3, right? Even like critic-wise, reception-wise, like again, 88 on Rotten Tomatoes, like people love the movie. Like, it's hailed as one of the best video game adaptations, but like, I feel like they definitely have something hard to swing over for movie 4, but I think they can do it, man. If we're exploring Sonic universes, you know, more action, cool character moments, and again, potentially this build up to whatever this event film is, we're looking at a universe where, shit can go all the way down for Sonic, man. Like all the way down in like a hype way. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. But my brain is telling me we're going to Sonic Heroes. Like I just mark me. That's my prediction. Is I feel like if this was a Shadow movie, they would have just said it at this point. No reason to beat around the bush. I feel like it might be a Sonic Heroes movie. I think movie 4 is gonna end in a really. I think movie 4 will be the first. Well, I guess you could argue movie 3 was kind of a cliffhanger, but not really. Like. It's more of like a, oh shit, what's gonna go down? But like, I feel like movie 4 might end with a genuine, like, actual cliffhanger, like where we're like, no way, right? And that's why the next movie is so close in 2028, you know, because they're like, they've got to satiate that, right? They don't want to Spider-Verse it, but Spider-Verse is animated, you know, they've got to take their time with that. But that's my prediction, man. Wow, I'm really happy, bro. I love Side That Jog. I love yapping about this with you guys. But yeah, no, guys, I guess thank you all so much for watching. Let me know, obviously, in the comment section below, what do you guys think? Am I a crazy person? Is this gonna be the second coming of life? Are we, you know, like I said, I don't know if these movies go on for a decade, if they go on and they're building to some finale. Either way, I feel like for now we can trust them. And again, Sonic is a franchise you can do a lot with. You know, maybe we do get to the point one day where like you can give Blaze and Silver a movie. Dude, I really do think though the missing puzzle of these movies is Silver the Hedgehog. I think Silver getting his grand debut in the movies alongside with a return in the games could be some of the coolest shit we ever see in the franchise. But I'll stop yapping. You know, I've been yapping for almost 30 minutes about this, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Sonic, we're up, bro. We're up. Do you see me, bro? We are up, dog. We know it's up. We know it's popping. We're the GOATs. We're gonna live a good life together, chat. And everybody, thank you all for watching. You guys are the best. Make sure to subscribe to your boy. Support the content. I love you. And yeah, if all goes well, we're about to have a crazy week potentially at the Game Awards, and we're about to have a crazy few years for Sonic. I love being a Sonic fan. I love being here for you all. Thank you all for watching. You guys are the best. I will see you all next time. Peace out.